Brought to you by Nordic Podcast.
Mentum, the duo band with Tim and Finn.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, man.
Really pleasure that you guys could show up. Really happy you guys could make it.
Very happy to be here.
And especially, I mean, in a pandemic, like the music industry, I know that you guys have been really booming since 2016?
Yeah.
And really, the momentum, no pun intended, has been, the momentum has really been,
Hard to not get there. Yeah.
So it's like, first of all, how did this new landscape affect you guys?
Yeah, first and foremost, the ability to have concerts and to like show that side of what you're doing
And bring people together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's we can do all the right songs and all that, but it's more like we are more by ourselves, and
I see.
we can show people on the internet and stuff, but not like in real. Yeah,
Is that really something frustrating for an artist to not be able to like perform?
Yeah.
Live?
Especially when you have new music and you want to like, because everybody can listen to it on Spotify and all that, but it's very different to show them in like in a live setting.
That's the best way to like get fans, real fans, like performing live at concerts. And when people play it on Spotify, it's like hard to connect with people.
True, you don't have. I mean, obviously there are people who can discover anyone on Spotify and really get passionate about it, but it's something else really seeing it in person.
Yeah.
But how did you guys meet? Like, what happened that you both found each other?
I was, I think it was 2015. So I was studying in music in Edinburgh, in Scotland, and
But where are you from?
I'm from Norway.
Okay.
Like
You said Scotland. I just suddenly said, "Wait, is this guy Scottish?" Or like, I was like, "Wait a minute." Okay, so you went there to study, like an exchange or like.
Yeah, like I took like a bachelor in music.
Okay.
And one summer we met in the like 17th of May.
Don't mess up the anniversary date, man.
Yeah.
Don't mess.
Yeah, so that was like the Norwegian Independence Day.
Oh,
like,
of course. Easy to remember.
Yeah, so we met like it was very random because I was with a buddy of mine and he knew one guy that had this party, and I went there with him, and Tim was there.
Yeah.
So
I was best friend with his younger brother.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
we ended up like on the with the aux and like putting on music and like like being like DJs like on that party and started like talking about music and all that. And when I went back, we started sending each other music online.
Cause I was like more a producer. I like created the beats and like early stages though.
Okay.
And Finn, he recorded vocals. He had some like a project in Edinburgh where he recorded some vocals and played some guitar and started like doing production,
like singer-songwriting stuff and then started doing production as well. And so I sent him vocals for some of your projects.
So like vocals from a music he made or vocals from like.
Yeah, you sent me an instrumental. I think the first one, first time we made something together, you sent me an instrumental, and I made vocals on top of that and sent it back to him.
And some of your earlier songs, you sent me the a cappella, and then I remixed that the song. Yeah. So that was kind of funny.
No, that's absolutely how you would connect and communicate. That's the best test, honestly. Like, do we fit like that? In that sense.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So from then on, it was like, okay, we need to cooperate, or like, how did that go from just sending each other short samples to this today?
Yeah, I guess, the first like song or the first like real instrumental you sent, I made some vocals on the top of that, and we decided to, this is cool, like, this fits together, and so we decided to maybe we should release that.
What was it called? Is it still out there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's called
Lead On.
Lead On, yeah.
Lead On, the very first. Okay.
Yeah, under a different name.
So it's RTF.
RTF.
RTF, yeah.
Yeah, lead on.
Like
So what's RTF? Like, what was that?
'Cause we started like making music together with another guy that's called Sindre.
So you were 3 initially.
Yeah. And
Three
we're
okay.
still 3, but he got a new role now, more like the behind the scenes and live when we play live. So
Okay.
he plays keyboard or piano.
Okay.
So he's sick.
he's a skilled like
Yeah.
pianist.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's not easy to find. I know in the music or with musicians, it's not easy to find people who are. It's easy to find talented people, but not people who get along. That's what I've noticed. I've noticed you can find. Okay, I'm not watering down anyone's talent, but you can find people who play the piano amazingly.
Yeah.
100 of them. Sometimes an 8-year-old in another country could play better than you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I always feel that the dynamics of the group, that is what is hard to really make a duo or a music group succeed.
Yeah, to make it last.
Exactly.
Like,
It's taken us 5 years.
yeah. Been through lots of experimenting. Like
Yeah?
lots, like different genres and all that.
So how would you
Mm.
define your genre today, though? Because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I genuinely couldn't. I liked what I was hearing, but I was like, okay, what is this? You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
There were a lot of you might disagree, but there were a
it's
lot of like, even jazz vibes in certain of your music, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it's a fusion.
Yeah, it's
It's
like it's a fusion of different things.
Yeah.
Because I think the last year we found more like one sort of direction for like us as an artist duo, but so
And
it's
the quality as well. We feel like the quality has been much better the last year than the previous years.
yeah.
No, but that's I feel with certain talents the growth is logarithmic, you know. So logarithmic meaning like 5 and then 10 and then 20. So you will get a part where within the last year you will explode, and that's kind of why I was like, oh wait, we can get them. Oh wait, okay. Before that, really gets out of hand.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, it's basically it's R&B, hip hop, like classic like pop sort of fusion.
right.
So it's lots of R&B influences and hip hop in the beats and some of the vocals.
It's really smooth though. Like it's smooth.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
Thank you.
I really
Thank
like it. I listened to I went on Spotify and I tried to get like the top 3 or the top 2, right?
Yeah.
But what are your favorite songs that you've released? And are you working on something now?
Yeah, working on, because we recently released our first EP, which is more like a summer vibe thing.
Yeah.
So we're like, when now the fall comes and shit, like sorry,
That's
like
fine.
yeah, how is it?
You say as you want, man.
Okay,
We're not
okay.
gonna stop your expression over here.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, the weather gets darker. And,
Right.
We're in Norway. It's like
Stuff gets dark
depressing,
really quickly.
Yeah, and you tap into different emotions, and so our music we're working on now is more like a bit more darker, like still like we want people to like it, but like it's a bit more not as happy.
Okay, so it's
more like more serious,
right?
But,
To match like the mood of this season.
yeah,
So it's like
sort of.
daylight saving music.
Yeah, like just like at least as long as we have like this continuity and like it's not like so diverse,
right?
Too diverse. It's as long as it goes like, that's it's us,
Exactly.
like it's our music, but
Exactly.
it's with bit like different vibe, I guess.
And we found out that it was easier to brand like an EP with like songs, because the last EP, our first was more like the summer vibe,
Right.
and our second will be more darker. So it's easier to brand those different like vibes
I
than
see.
instead of like releasing a
Summer
single,
again,
single
Yeah,
every
like every other
second
is
week.
different, like
That's who's this guy?
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
guys. But with like this EP, it's like a bulk of that vibe and another vibe. So yeah,
No, it makes absolutely sense
it's
because
to keep our brand. that way.
exactly because it's like a finished work of art. You
Mhm.
know, it's not just one painting, or
Mm.
one song, When it's in a package, when it's an EP, or when it's a full body work, it really your message is received a lot better.
Yeah.
This was actually what Beyonce was saying. No one releases like full body of works anymore. It is
Yeah.
it is a highlight, one song single, and
Yeah.
it's a different way to convey a message when it's an EP. Completely different. I think even the listeners appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then my question becomes, a lot of people, music industry guys, this is like one of the hardest, if not the hardest industries to break through.
Yeah.
Especially social media. Everyone can, not everyone, but a lot of people can sing, can dance, can play. So it's like, as we said, talent is needed. Talent is really what separates people. You guys are obviously way talented, though it seems like there is something extra needed. There's an extra ingredient that a lot of people.
It is.
What is that ingredient?
Yeah.
Working hard.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you feel like you have some kind of talent and you feel like you want to express something, like why not try to make, like, do it 100%? Because if you don't know like what your potential is, because you know you got potential,
Right.
but if you don't like try to go
You
the
can't just
distance or like do as much as you can, then you'll never know, man.
Exactly.
you can't just depend on
It's-
your talent.
Yeah.
You have to work for it as well.
And how would that, again, practically speaking, when one works for it, because I personally know like an amazing singer. She's like top notch. She's better than a lot of
Yeah.
people who are in the limelight right now. And it's like, it's such a saturated industry. To be where you guys are, it's crazy. It's amazing that you guys are where you are because you deserve it. I'm not saying, you do deserve it more than I could say for most people. But it's like, so I guess the question is, for the people listening who are in the music industry, what takeaway could they get from following your music? Or at least following your journey? Is
Yeah,
there
yeah.
a takeaway, a lesson, a tip?
You have to, of course, you have to work hard, but you have to know what to work on. It's you have to learn how to brand yourself, how to do like the business part of the music industry as well, networking, and you have to do it all the time. It's no like 9 to 4,
Right.
and 9 to 4 job.
Right,
You have to do it all day, all night.
right.
Yeah.
Consistently doing a lot
Yeah.
within the logistics.
For several years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a creative process, but it's like with everything else, you gotta like do it all.
Right.
Like you gotta get better.
Right.
You'll get better, but
I think yeah, sorry.
We didn't start knowing how to brand ourselves,
No.
how to like do the business, music business, networking. It just you'll learn it on your journey, like
Right.
the journey. So like take YouTube. You can learn so much from YouTube and
yeah.
take courses, everything.
I think
And-
actually that is it.
Mm.
Because a lot of talented individuals, they are talented, but they might not push or work hard on the logistics
Yeah.
of it being a business. Because at the end of the day, it's a
Yeah.
business.
And yeah,
Especially
our
now,
music
like
is a product.
Yeah.
the industry
So-
now is it's like a song is a product basically. So it's
And it's been
it's hard for many to I think realize that it's not this just creative process all the time. There's so many different bits on the side and like that you
So, okay, one of my top rappers. Okay, I'm gonna lose a lot of followers now. No, one of my top rappers is Macklemore. Actually,
Macklemore, yeah,
I love Macklemore.
yeah.
Not only do I like him as a person, his journey, his story, but also what he has done by not being signed. He's an independent artist. He
Yeah.
does everything himself.
Yeah.
He pushes everything himself. There you will have artists that are signed versus not signed. Was this ever a discussion amongst you guys in your journey? Do you want to
Certainly.
disclose if you are or aren't? And what thought process went into being signed versus not being signed? Because
Yeah.
today, back in the day, actually, everyone thought if you're not signed, you can't make it.
Mm.
And then Macklemore and a lot of other people proved it wrong.
Yeah.
He's still not signed.
Yeah.
And this
It's
is
gr- it's great,
yeah.
yeah.
Like in the 80s and 90s, you couldn't make it if you weren't signed, but now you can.
Yeah, there's so many different variables, so many different ways of like getting out there. But
Exposure.
that opens up for many other people as well. So you have so many people, but you have at the same time so many possibilities. So I guess like our like process or like our encounters with labels and stuff, we've always wanted to of course like break through
Right.
fast, but I think we realized also that through experimenting and all that, you get to know who you want to be in this industry as well. So if you get like a label very early, then you probably will miss all that. Like you will miss the like
The process of finding
Yeah.
your true
Yeah.
footprint in the
yeah,
industry.
and also like in general, like know who you are before
Mm.
you like get totally like out there with all
Right.
these people. All they want something from you or like everything like that. Is
So are you guys? You don't have to disclose it if you don't want to. But are you guys signed?
We're
Is-
independent.
We're independent.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Whoa. So
We've been
yeah.
independent
Yeah.
all the way.
Yes.
But-
Is this a deliberate choice? And if it is, why? Why independent in today's age?
Yeah.
Never thought about it.
Yeah.
Because I always think about it when I listen to artists because it is a choice
Yeah, but
and you can do it both ways. But the reasoning behind it, I find
we're
it
looking to work with like major, not especially major labels, but the labels and people that has a network, but a bigger network than we have.
Yeah.
But we're really grateful that we have been independent until now, and we still are. But we're looking for people to.
I
work
see what you're
with.
saying.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you are flexible, open, and you
Mm.
adapt. But thus
Yeah.
far, you are happy you were independent.
Yeah.
But it's so many types of deals you can make.
Mm.
You have like this artist contract or that it's a full package from like they funding, they do all the funding and like releases and everything, and it's another you can sign a contract that's more like licensing.
Right.
So you license your music, but you own the rights and
Right.
everything.
Yeah, so you don't have to like, the like cliche of like selling your soul.
Right.
You don't have to. There's other like ways of doing
Right.
it as well.
There's a variety of ways you can sign a deal. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
There's no one template. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we want to like be as independent as possible, but of course like reach as many people as possible as well. But without someone else taking every
Creative
part
control.
of like
Yeah.
what you're doing. What
Now
you're
our
doing.
rights
So it's-
are like master rights on our music.
No, it makes absolute sense, and
Mm.
I think that is the fear:
Mm.
losing rights or losing creative control or losing
Yeah.
your sound, or as you said, your place or yourself in the industry, especially when
Yeah.
it's that big.
Mm.
But the fact that you guys are independent so far is, that was my question. That was what I was wondering, because
Yeah.
it's not really something that These are behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are stuff that is not out there. You cannot really guess who is signed, who isn't.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to ask them
Yeah.
if you
Sure.
get the chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do like the flexibility, and as I said, it is awesome that you guys have created such an impact and such a growth.
Mm.
But is this like, have you guys ever toured and taken this out of Norway, or has this essentially, physically toured,
Oh.
or has this essentially, because you guys are really big, and I'm wondering, Norway has a population of 5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like, how did you guys do it?
Well,
Did you
like,
leave out, or did you?
No, like our first releases got on playlists in in different countries.
Yeah,
Mm.
international playlists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of our streams were like streams from other countries.
Right.
But now it's more like even out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay.
I think like before, as I said, we've released very different music. So like the last year, we've finally like got to where this is sort of the path we want to go now, with more like concrete, like this is our brand or image. So I think that's important to have before you like get out, and if you're gonna tour and stuff, like to have like the
an
people,
identity.
and people know what they are coming to see and all that.
No, that's really
process.
that's really good you said, because it leads to like another thing you said, that it's a business, and one has to work to find one's identity and work hard on that as a business, and that music is a product. Now I'm thinking, based on certain people that are listening that are in the music industry trying to make it, is this transferable to this product, music being a product? Is this transferable to other things? And are you guys in other things besides music? Though, because it is a business at the end of the day.
It's we're starting to create the merchandise.
Okay.
It's not like the typical artist merchandise. It's more like what can you say, designer, more like high quality products.
Really?
Yeah.
So we've always been like very into clothes as well. So yeah, like we want to make merch that we actually want to wear. That's not like the typical merch, which is like like very branded,
cheapest t-shirt,
right, with the artist's name on it.
Yeah.
Like,
So we want to like make
branch out.
Make clothes that would actually make people want to buy them.
Okay,
and not
so
just because of like
they know us as an artist group.
No, that's awesome. But is this like, was this idea born out of the music, or was this idea born like parallel to it? Meaning, would you guys have done it irregardless of the music growth?
I think it's something we've always wanted to do, but like as we've because Tim learned to like design and like to get like we can do it ourselves, and then like made it possible to actually do it.
And our like music artist has been a platform for us to like do it, realize our dream of making clothes. And
it's such a hard industry, music, that to have time to do this as well. Like I have experience from the clothing industry with VOTWEAR, obviously. So I'm like, being able to do both, it's crazy. It's really a lot. And the fact that you guys are like venturing well into both markets, two highly competitive markets, it's so like, did you guys get an education within this? Is this something you've learned throughout the way? Is like
just self-taught?
It's like interest, like just as with music, it started as an interest, and then you sort of want to go somewhere with it,
right?
And now as we have a music platform where people can like we have some audience and stuff, it's
easier for us now to reach out to them and get like people to buy our merch now than earlier.
Of course,
it's also a way to showing the audience that who we are, because like visually as well, on like on a t-shirt or like a hoodie, or it shows like that's like our style, I guess.
So what's the most important side of who you are? What's the most important side of that you would like to convey, the message, like through your music or through your style? Like what does that say about you guys that you are trying to convey?
I think like with me at least, I always wanted to make music to like tap into, or make people able to tap into emotions that they haven't really tapped into before. Because people are so different, and there are many. I think there are many people that aren't aware of like what an emotion means, or what's this coming,
right?
Like, what is this,
right?
You know? And to like sort of tap into that, make people or help people tap into that with music. I think it's really interesting.
It's
make people feel something, you know.
Yeah, no, it's the most powerful tool to bring out emotions, music. Like, well, many people would argue, well, paintings, visual stimulation, sound, but auditory, we have seen with Alzheimer patients, sometimes an auditory music or stimulus would trigger a memory that it couldn't trigger
Yeah.
because
It's
again,
so interesting. Yes.
memories when they're hooked with emotion
Yeah.
and then brought up with music is something else, right?
Yeah.
But to extend the question to you, are you guys on the same page when it comes to that?
Yeah, Finn started like writing music, like lyrics and texts and playing guitar, more like a singer-songwriter. I started being a DJ.
Yeah,
So
That is like
it's
Yeah, it
polar-
was very
kinda
different,
opposite.
like on the
right.
opposite side of the musical like spectrum, I guess. Like,
yeah. So I started DJing maybe 15 years ago. No, maybe 13 maybe.
How old
13.
are you?
25, 26.
26.
26,
Mm.
26. Okay, wow.
So I started DJing. Then within a couple of years, I started like producing, started making songs. I was so bad. But
Everyone is,
everyone
man.
is. Everyone is. So
You just gotta start somewhere.
so yeah. I think I wanted to make people have a good time in the moment, starting with that, have a feeling, a vibe.
Right. Yeah,
So it's more like the vibe, the soundscape, the rhythm. That's important for me. That was like the starting point. And then when I been working with him for a couple of years, I've been more into lyrics as well.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
my next question
Yeah.
actually, because like I've had this discussion with a lot of people who are, well, specifically hip hop fans. I've had a lot of discussions within what is more important: beats versus lyrics, cadence versus tune, story. You know, because okay, it might be a different genre, but I think the discussion or the question is still applicable. Meaning, this always comes when you talk about the top 5 rappers, right?
Yeah.
Either you guys listen to hip hop or
Yeah.
exactly.
Sure.
So it's like top 5 rappers, right? And the discussion always comes to, let's say, Tupac, Eminem, Biggie, Kanye, and I don't know.
I think it's objective.
It is, but that's exactly
Really.
that is kind of my point, because when you bring out these 5 people, there's always going to be disagreement.
Yeah.
100% there's
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
disagreement.
Of course.
Always.
And then the disagreement, if you actually talk it out without throwing cheers, you will realize that there is a disagreement because this guy prefers lyrics,
Yeah.
while this guy prefers cadence and beat over lyrics.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my question when you brought up that you were a DJ, the beat, and then he came with the lyrics. I was going to go like, okay.
But I think something that's universal is the rhythm and the melodies.
Yeah.
And if you're very, very into lyrics, that's something I think most people don't hear the first time or the first time they heard a song. But like the melodies, the harmonies, and the rhythm, and like the soundscape, but yeah, maybe
People
it's different for Finn. That's
Right,
what I
right.
hear.
Yeah, it's like with everything else, people are different. But I don't know, like
I'm not going to ask you guys for a top 5 rappers because we're on a good foot right now. You know? We're not going to
don't
start
wanna argue,
anything.
man.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know, like I feel like okay, so when I write melodies and write lyrics, it's like a melody has a type of vibe that you get, a type of feeling. And if you separate melody and lyrics, and if the lyrics give you the same feeling, same type of like, oh yeah, this same type of like emotion,
Right.
and if you put those together, those two like melody and lyrics, which have the, like bring out the same type of emotion in you, and put them together, I think that's like at least that's
Ultimate.
yeah, like at least that's how I feel.
Perfect
I-
ingredient to a.
Yeah, like I want music to like be heard in that kind
I
of
see.
sense.
Yeah, because the first thing when people do listen to a song also might vary. Yeah, you said, it is the music, it is the melody, the soundscape, and then you would like that, and that's why you would come back. And then your revisit will be, he said this, the lyrics deeper and deeper. So the complementary...
and how certain words fits with the emphasis of some melodies,
Yeah.
like how they fit together.
like there are some words that just sound cooler.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just okay. Oh, that was so cool, but I didn't know what you said. But the like the sound of the words
Yes.
sound
Mm.
cool.
Yes.
So like trying to fit lyrics into that kind of
Right.
type of words that
Mm.
sound cool.
There's actually this song that deliberately played with this. Now I'm gonna forget the artist's name. It is, I think it's called The Hook. The Hook. And what they do is the song itself.
Yeah.
And what they do is what the song is he has a beautiful melody.
Yeah.
It's very is it The Hook? Let me see the album cover. Yes, I think that is it. I really think that is it. But what he does is he takes a very signature melody, a very signature tone that most people relate it to a happy song.
Mm.
And then the words are the exact opposite, where he's telling you that you think this is happening. You're not even paying attention to the music or the songs.
Yeah.
But as long as the hook brings you back, you
Yeah.
revisit. So the first time I heard it, literally his first sentence in the song is, "It doesn't matter what I say."
Yeah.
You know? So when I listened to the song the first time, I was like, "Oh, it's really good."
Yeah.
And then the second time, I was like, "Wait a minute, he was dissing me the whole time."
yeah.
Because he played exactly with this, like what you guys are saying. He
Yeah.
played
Yeah.
exactly with, instead of complimenting the music and the words,
Yeah.
he chose words that would mask under the
Yeah.
tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on your revisit, you'll be busted.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, like the contrast as well.
Yeah.
Trying to like experiment with that to like, cause it can bring like a totally different dimension to a song if you like have a happy melody and like sad lyrics.
Yeah.
Or the opposite.
Yeah.
It can mean like something else to you. Like
And it's used a lot in movies as well. You could have a really dark scene, and
yeah.
then they play a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
You know, it's that contrast as
There's
well.
some like something like poetic with like
Contrast.
using
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. So this dark album we're gonna call it now. Your next EP that's coming out, you know, with all this, as the weather gets darker and colder,
yeah.
you're kind of gonna feed into that vibe or that mood. Did you say the name of the EP?
No.
You didn't deliberately, right?
No, not the
oh.
one we've released.
Oh,
or-
the one.
The one that is gonna be, you know, a little bit darker than usual.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, we haven't.
haven't figured out
decided
that.
the name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The songs are getting done, but we have to like, which song would be the title? We
Yeah.
don't know yet.
Last EP was called Bella.
Bella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the main single of the EP. So
And that was the summer one.
Yeah, summary.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm really So how far are you guys along this? Is there a projected? You know, you don't rush the process, but is there a projected release date for the second
it was
EP?
it is in November.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
very
November.
soon.
Yeah.
That is very soon.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But we don't know.
It's a bit on the. Because a couple of new songs have like come in. Like
so we
we've-
have like
Oh,
We
really?
have to restructure a bit.
yeah.
A lot of people don't make new songs, you know, the month before the release. Like,
Yeah,
we got a couple of new songs, just like that.
yeah, that's a problem, but it's also like we want to like release in the like best order, I
Of
guess.
course, yeah.
Of course.
Because we're gonna start with releasing 3 singles, and then when we release the EP, we mash those singles into the EP plus 2 more singles. So we start like with 3 singles from the EP that we'll release.
To get the most out of the songs.
Right.
Because if you like release an EP, probably maybe the person will just hear one song.
I see what you're saying.
And Spotify has this function that it's only possible to pitch one song at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's only possible to okay, but that is kind of limiting unless you know how to manipulate the system, though, or like as you said, pitch 3.
Yeah. So we were like pitching one single and wait 1 week or 2 weeks, pitch another single and release that one, and the third one, and then the EP with 2 extra songs. But then we only have the possibility to pitch one of those songs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, it's really I'm really excited, to be very honest.
Mm.
Thank you,
But-
man.
but-
That's-
Thank you.
No, it's true
It's awesome.
because it's a refreshing take on. As I said, I couldn't really put you guys in a genre,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's a refreshing state. But I can see now after really going deeper into it that you guys try to focus on, as you said, the emotion, bringing it out, the current mood or the current landscape, and coming from a DJ and then a singer-songwriter is very.
Yeah, it's been hard to like find that this is what we're gonna be. So
Do you think you've found it yet? Do you think there's still more evolution and evolving coming?
Of course there is.
definitely more
Yeah.
like evolution, but I think like now we have sort of this starting. We have
Yeah.
like the first steps.
We both
Mm.
connect to what we make now.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's not as different as it was before. Like now we both okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like before it was like
Right.
I don't know about
60-50,
that. Like
60-40, yeah.
yeah. So now at least it's a lot easier to work with each other, be effective and productive when we like have sort of a more concrete sense of this is what we're wanna
Right.
make. And
Have you ever thought of music for movies?
We
Commercials,
like
movies?
hopefully
yeah, it's
our music can be used as commercial music
yeah. 'Cause we think like
or movies.
we thought about those aspects of because we're coming like with ballads as well, like slow, like
Really?
yeah.
Man, these guys have been your favorite band.
Especially now, like with the fall and like
Right.
yeah, you know, it's a different vibe, and we've always like we want to make different things, but it can't be like too confusing for people, because
Confusing in the terms of what they are used
The brand-
to.
the
yeah,
versus
like
what
the
you're
brand, like
bringing
who
out.
are you,
Right.
like,
Who are
Now,
yeah.
wait a minute, you switched up on us. Yeah. No, I see that. I see that.
So, but to like fit those,
So ballads with inspiration from R&B melodies and maybe some hip hop instruments. But yeah,
That'd be
and
really cool,
and
actually.
lyrics like more about life, you know, like those things that you fall into sometimes, which is like I don't know how to like fix this or
So that's kind of what you focus mostly lyrics on, or
yeah, it depends on the vibe.
Okay.
But now when like the more like darker type of songs, it gets more into like the soul, like into the you know the deeper inside, which that you feel.
right.
It's hard sometimes, but
So basically the struggles and the emotional, you could say dilemmas or choices or
yeah.
hardships.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. I mean, honestly, that's something everyone can relate to. Everyone is going through, so it makes absolute sense, and it is also something that, I mean, let's not go into different artists that if you listen to the lyrics, you're like, whoa, terrible, you know, where it's just literally a catchy hook, and then if this word rhymes with this one, we're gonna use it no matter what the message is. You know? I feel a lot of people would like to say that their lyrics are deep, but very few actually back it up. Very few actually put that to work.
Yeah.
So ads and movies are not off the table. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But you have never done any ads or movies yet, or
not
have
specifically.
not specifically.
No.
Okay.
But we would like to have our music been used in films. We would like that, but yeah, it's a whole different market.
Right.
Yeah.
What aspect would be challenging if one would not switch to that, but let's say one would make specifically for visual? What aspect would you need to like? Are you guys ready with the tools you have now? If let's say someone wanted it for a movie, or would you have to switch something?
I think it's more because you have to think about how is this gonna fit into that particular you know like vibe. So then it's a difference between writing for something and just writing. You know, you just write and see where it takes you. But I think both of those are really like meaningful, and you know like you can like to do both. So but for now we haven't like specifically written for something.
And how is the creative process when you're two? Because I would feel like okay, I can't play. I mean, I tried the piano for a while. I can play ish, but nothing to like. Let's not even talk about it. But
That's cool.
but I know at least that when I do have a creative process in the things I am good at,
Yeah.
my process is I need to be alone. Actually,
Mm.
it's really hard for me to, in the early stages of a creative process, to cooperate with someone
Yeah.
Mm.
personally.
Yeah.
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 But when you're a duo, I don't know if you can be alone for such a creative process. So how do you guys mend that? How do you guys, let's say, write a new song together?
I think we have a good like strategy for that.
Yeah, because we actually
Yeah.
are pretty many times alone. Like
Yeah.
starting something and then we show it to each other, and
Mm.
if we want to continue working on that, then we get together, and
Yeah.
that's where we work most like together though, in the middle of the process. Like.
Yeah, and we've started a lot of songs in the studio together.
Yeah.
But then after that evening, we go home. Next day, I make another segment of the song and send it to Finn so he can record vocals or melodies over
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So it's like both.
Okay.
guess.
Yeah,
So
it's
it
a
doesn't
bit
really
shifting.
right.
Mm.
It doesn't really interfere. It's a good cooperation.
Yeah, I
of
think
Yeah.
so.
together and separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think it's the most effective way of working together, actually.
oh really?
Yeah, because sometimes it's difficult to be creative with other people when you like have to go inside yourself and find something.
I agree with that. Like
Mm.
yeah.
But sometimes it's easy to start a project, a song, with another guy or Finn. But when Finn finds melodies, he usually records for like an hour or something.
Do like improvisation.
Yeah,
around
improvise.
that.
And then the
The-
lyrics after that.
Yeah, start with the melodies, get like, okay, this can fit the instrumental
The vibe. Yeah.
and but lyrics especially I like to write alone,
Yeah.
because that's especially for those more like deeper kind of emotional songs, because I need like the calmness
Mm.
around me, like I need to like tap into myself, but it's awesome, really 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 good to work with other people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Inspiration. Yeah.
yeah, you get so much out of that.
Do you have a specific ritual to create the necessary environment to tap into yourself? Or is it like you can do it on command, whether you're on a train, a bus, or a plane, or do you have like, no, I need to be...
It's not very specific. I guess it's time of day, like
time
sort
of
of.
day? Like,
Yeah, like lyrics I usually, or I work a lot better in the mornings.
Really?
And but if I like wanna, yeah,
I'm like, wait,
it's
what?
either morning or late night. So it's in the middle of the day. I just
Right.
yeah, I record or like, but to like really write to get those emotional
Mm.
things going. I guess that's easier in the night, but I
Mm.
work a lot more efficiently in the mornings.
Yeah.
I guess.
Same with you. I
Yeah,
agree with that.
definitely. More efficient in the morning.
More
but-
emotional by night.
Yeah, more emotional by night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wow. Okay. But it seems like you guys, I'm sure it took time. You said for 4 or 5 years. So
Yeah.
it took time to literally land on the same page
Yes.
creatively.
We didn't know each other before we started making music, so we had to
Yeah.
get to know each other as well.
Yeah, that's two parallels, like
Yeah.
working together and knowing, like establishing a friendship as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
No, it's vital because, as we said in the beginning of the podcast, it's like a lot of duos or bands or groups break up not because of talent, but because they can't work together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Different ideas, different like directions they want to go in,
Exactly.
and that
Yeah.
happens a lot. So
You
it's
have to have patience
yeah,
and like
get through
yeah.
the shit to find the gold.
yeah. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
there's so many there's so much less gold than there is are like
Mm-hmm.
the bad stuff.
Mm.
So you have to like work through the bad stuff, and especially if because we were so different.
Yeah.
But your native language is all Norwegian, obviously.
Yeah.
and I know a lot of Norwegian artists that sing in Norwegian primarily.
Yeah.
But do you guys do both? Do you sing both Norwegian and English? Because I've only heard English.
Yeah, it's only English.
Only English.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's an obvious question for some, but why no Norwegian songs?
We
I-
don't want to limit our audience or our exposure or reach. That's one of those.
I guess it would be fun to do a couple of Norwegian songs, but in general, we want to reach as many people as possible.
So it's more-
It's harder because there's so many more people and more competition and all that. But yeah, it's I've always done it that way. It's always been in English, and yeah.
So it's more about the reach than the language itself.
And
Or
the
do
language
you-
is
It sounds more.
Is Norwegian a musical language? For your genre, for your other words?
I think like the English vocabulary is so much bigger, so there's so many words to
True,
like take from.
True, there are
uh,
more English words than
but
Norwegian words.
I guess it's just always been that way.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to challenge what you haven't thought of yet.
Yeah,
'Cause honestly-
We've thought about this before.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very good. Because honestly, I am asking from my perspective and what I wonder, from,
yeah,
from kind of what I am trying to figure out. But one thing that is very interesting is the fact that, I mean, you guys, I think, have performed multiple times, obviously in Norway, but not out of Norway yet.
no,
No.
it's
Yeah, so it's like you're way bigger than your physical movement, you could say.
Yeah.
yeah, we haven't like played as
As
much as we
much,
want.
yeah.
Right.
So and that's been part of also the process of getting like, okay, this is what we want to show people. It's been very random, like what we put out. So I guess it's, yeah, as I said before, like if people know what they're going to see and know that it's easier to just do that, and that's what people get, and
Right.
not confuse anybody. And
Right.
we can like take some side walks, I guess, like have some different songs, more commercial songs,
Mhm.
or like, but establish that one type of vibe or
And it's
brand,
easy to
I-
brand ourselves with like one vibe, and yeah.
Actually, I don't think you guys know this, but a couple of years ago, I actually messaged you guys on your first performance at the Thief. And
What?
I came and I watched
No.
you guys. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
You
That's why I
were-
asked
you-
in the beginning how long you guys have been, and if it's the first time in the Thief, and it was the third time. And I had actually been to one of your shows at the Thief. The Thief is a hotel here in Oslo. And I'm not even kidding. And I saw you guys
Okay.
perform because at that time we were looking for, by we I mean VOTWEAR was looking for artists
Oh yeah,
that could sidestep into ads,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So we obviously found and all that, but I came to the Thief. I went on the roof. I met this friend Dominic, who is
Yeah,
obviously-
Dominic.
yeah.
Legend.
He's amazing,
Yeah.
amazing guy. And yeah, no, we definitely need him on this podcast. And
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
do.
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, they're playing upstairs. You can go. So I just walked up and I saw, and you guys was playing at like 4. So I was there for like an hour just waiting. And then I listened to a couple of songs and I left.
Yeah.
But I did not know it was you
Yeah.
until Dan was like, these guys are coming. And I think you guys have a performance at the Thief again. So I was like, wait a minute. The Thief again. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I kind of got the same vibes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, wait, how many times have you guys been?
Yeah.
3 times? Last time was when? So we have actually met before, but I
Wow.
connected the dots only today. So that's
Oh,
kind of scary.
That's yeah.
That's
I did
funny.
not
That's
know
funny.
that.
no.
No.
So that's kind of freaky. But that is, I mean, your next performance is when at the Thief?
Next Friday,
16th.
16th.
16th of October.
Yeah.
Is this like a private kind of performance?
It's
Is
not
this-
private, but it's a small concert
Mm,
because it's we have a cap on 40 people.
right.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I know how it is separated. Like the Thief, the way they've done the tables and all, it's not like people are standing close. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
even if it was more, you're not.
Yeah.
You know, you're 1 meter away from everyone, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But so it's anyone can come. Are the tickets? Or how does this
Yeah,
work?
it's tickets. It's
It's
tickets.
tickets.
Anyone can. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah. The Thief is well known, so if they know what the Thief is, they will know how to find you guys.
Yeah.
16th.
Yeah.
16th.
What
and
time?
it will be live streamed as well.
Oh, perfect.
So to all the people that can come, just go to Facebook and search for Mentum Live The Thief, and you'll find the event. And
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
First like real live stream. And
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like of a, because this is like we've it's gonna be an acoustic, like stripped down concert. So songs from our recent EP and other songs that we've made in the past, just stripped down to like a more intimate kind of vibe.
And some unreleased ones as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's a good incentive,
Yeah.
you know? First to hear it there.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So, 16th October. Perfect. We don't have a time yet? We have a time?
Yeah, it's the Thief, like the doors open at 5.
Mm.
And the concert starts at 6:30.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was the same thing last
6:30.
time. So I waited like an hour. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome, man. I mean, it is it's good that despite, the restrictions, there are ways to still do it safely.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's so important, like to, and I think like we want to entertain people as well. So if people don't have anything better to do, like on a Friday now, because there's like restrictions everywhere,
Right.
then yeah, we want to like serve people. I guess.
Exactly.
Serve the people.
But is this a unique like, do you have any music in your family? Are you guys the only guys who are?
No,
musical,
my grandmother was a painter. That's
Like, grandmother
I
was a
suck
painter.
at painting, so I don't think that's
No,
No
in yours,
musical. No.
any
no.
artist? Okay, we have a painter, but
My mother used to paint and draw,
okay,
but not professionally. Just
right.
yeah. And I love to do visuals as well. Paint and I make the
Cover art.
some of the cover arts.
I was gonna
and
ask
yeah.
who's in charge of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
And
some of
right.
the designs as well with Finn on the merchandise. Yeah.
Okay.
And Virtue also helps us with.
Yeah, Virtue have helped us a lot of. With
For those who don't know who Virtue is, which is very few people though, but it's like agency that helps you guys
Yeah.
obviously with
all from social media to filming, photo shoots.
Yeah, they're
Everything.
everything. Like
There's
so,
a whole world.
yeah,
Amazing.
Inside.
much love.
Yeah.
Awesome.
but yeah.
No, we had the founder Dan on like a few episodes ago. Amazing guy. I'm not just saying that because he's
Yeah.
in the room again. That's not why I'm saying it, but no, he's an amazing guy. He's down to earth and
Yeah,
Yeah.
so much love.
right.
Yeah.
No, so it makes sense that your creative energy came from somewhere, but I didn't expect no one in your family.
Maybe the lack of the
Yeah, it had to start
Yeah.
somewhere. You know?
it got
you know.
accumulated for so long.
Yeah.
it got
Yeah.
exploded
It's
somewhere.
just no more. Like somebody has to have it now.
yeah.
Like
So you studied music in Scotland
yeah,
and
Self-taught everything.
self-taught.
Yeah.
Yo. So what did you study?
Nothing.
Like high school, you stopped. Like what happened? Like
Yeah, after high school, I just been doing music. I went 1 year in the military,
okay,
but only music.
that's amazing.
Mm.
That's amazing. Okay, so
And
because I'm-
DJing, some DJing, and yeah.
yeah.
but that was self-taught too. That was not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
DJ school. I don't know if there is.
Yeah, it is.
There is.
Yeah, but self-taught everything. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to see like where the leap happened. Like if you tell your parents, what, I'm gonna enter music. Like how was the support around you guys at the initial stages? How was the reaction? Because it is a
Yeah.
tough industry to enter.
Yeah, my family's like sort of on the opposite side of. They're not like none of them are going like creative paths. I guess my mother is a physiotherapist, so it's not like, but
No, yeah.
so there's always been like a feeling of I have an older sister and an older brother, and you wanna make them see you as you can do something as well. It's
See you as you see you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, and see that this is it. Like this is I know it may sound stupid, but like I wanna do this.
Mm.
It's always
Mm.
been this.
Because at the end of the day, I do understand that they want what's best for you.
Yeah.
Every parent wants
Yeah.
what, you know, and every close, you could say, relationship, whether it's friend or family, they do want, the good ones want what's best for you.
Yeah.
They don't have the same perspective.
Exactly.
Very different perspective.
Exactly. And that is the clash, you know, where, because sometimes it is needed. Like, you know, those people on Idol that go and they sing and it's terrible
Mm.
Yeah.
and they make a fool out of themselves.
Mm.
The first question that pops into my mind is, why did their family let them go on stage?
Mm.
Yeah.
You're not a good friend if you did not say, okay, look, Josh,
Mm.
you shouldn't, you
Yeah.
know? But then again, you have people who are talented, who are amazing, but they are maybe not getting the same encouragement in the grassroots level
Yes.
to go on stage.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is like, was there any resistance in the beginning? Was there any like, yo, it's competitive. Are you sure you want to do this?
It's still.
Still,
That's
crazy.
like yeah, it's hard, but if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah.
And like just to have that in mind, the work that you have to do, like everything else, you have to, like, if you wanna do something that's a bit different, there's lots of work, you know.
Mm.
But it's
It's like starting a business, like with everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
like learn to love the shitty parts of it. You know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just try, and because not everything is fun, of course, you know.
No, not at all. And honestly, one has a really good perspective that you have given us. One has now that yes, there is soul in it, emotion in it. It is an artistic industry, but don't forget it's a business. Don't
Yeah.
forget music and a song is a product, and treat it as that
Yeah.
Mm.
when it comes to promoting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say that is the takeaway for struggling artists. Like, okay, you might sing better than the guys that have made it, but are you treating it as a business?
Mm.
Business plan, you know, forecast,
Mm.
marketing strategy, investing, investors.
Yeah.
One has to, and I think that's where many people drop the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so content with their talent,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they think the talent is enough
Mm.
to put them over the top.
Exactly.
While people like, I don't want to even say his name,
Mm-hmm.
P Diddy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no talent,
Yeah.
Mm.
Not-
amazing businessman.
Mm.
Yeah.
He himself has said, I can't rap, I can't sing. He
DJ
himself said it.
Mm.
DJ Khaled.
Oh gosh.
You know.
No,
it's-
but that's it. They're amazing business
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah.
And sometimes, not sometimes, they've proven it is a business, like you guys say, and you have to have the business savvy, that mentality as well.
Yeah.
The
When
grind.
you approach it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like for creatives, it's hard to realize that part. I think like I just wanna do this creative stuff, and because when you think about it as a business, it may sound like cynical and like you have to be like like steps away from the creative process or creative thing that it is.
And you maybe
But
don't connect with that side of the business.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
But at the end of the day, it's the creative product that will determine also like how it goes.
Right.
But just be aware of those other factors and other aspects of the, you know.
Of course, you can't also, well, maybe P Diddy and DJ Khaled, you know, were good examples, but they were also extreme examples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meaning they did know how to bring actual talent into their music and feature.
Yeah.
They did know that even though it is business driven, you still need talent.
yeah.
It still does play a role. So I got to feature this guy because he can actually sing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got to
Yeah.
feature this guy because he can actually make the beats, you know?
Yeah.
So obviously you do need both.
Yeah.
Though one tends to overlook the administrative or the logistical side
Yeah.
of it. The good thing though is once you have that down, it's applicable to your merch. It's
Yeah.
applicable to even if you want to open a coffee shop
Yeah.
because that way of thinking with a
Yes.
business is transferable knowledge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But now the question is the music or the artistic side of thinking, is that transferable in any other fields?
That's a hard question.
I think it has a lot to do with emotions.
Mm.
And
It's easier to describe your emotions when you've been
working on that,
working
you know?
with them.
It's-
Yeah,
you know you start to know yourself a bit better because you write it down, you get it out,
Right.
and you
How important is writing?
I think it's really important to sort of, if you have something that you wanna, like, you're struggling a bit with, like, get it outside of your body, like write it, handwrite, like the handwriting is good, just physically make some sort of physical thing out of it.
So manifest it outwardly, however, painting, writing,
Yeah.
Mhm.
whatever. Just
Yeah.
get it out and then
Yeah.
see what that is. Maybe fix it, tweak it.
Yeah.
But
It's like talking with somebody about it. Like you feel, if you can feel better if you talk to somebody about your problems, but also if you just get it out different ways as well.
yeah.
Is it the same with beats? Is it the same with instrumentals? Like you might not know where you're going with this, but you just get it out and see where it
Yeah,
takes
I don't
you?
know where, if I find a concept, I don't know how this will end up, but
Yeah.
it's just a vibe. I feel like it's something, it's a vibe, yeah.
So-
It's a feeling,
There's a creative freedom as well. Like
yeah.
you don't know like exactly where this is gonna go, but then you stumble into like different paths and different areas you didn't know that was that you were able to step into,
But it's
and then you end up somewhere it can be amazing. Yeah.
But it's been much easier for me making beats now the last couple of years than it's been before, because now I have like this I know the structure, I know it's the workflow, it's much easier, so I know how to like bring out the creative parts in the instrumental, the music.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's experience as well.
The experience.
And that comes with failing enough or
Yeah.
venturing into the creative process enough and like, yeah, that didn't work, that worked.
Yeah.
But then I'm sure you guys have a lot of, as I say, like graveyard musics or like dead songs, dead lyrics,
Yeah.
dead tunes that you started but threw away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you
That's-
keep these dead
Yeah.
graveyard?
Yeah, we keep them
Yeah.
and sometimes go back to them because you evolve and then you can bring your new aspect, a new perspective onto those old. You
Yeah.
know?
Like a gift from the past to the future, you know?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
of course. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So most of the time, I know like when one does write, sometimes one leaves unfinished works. You
Yeah.
know. Have any of your new music ever taken inspiration from that yet, or
Like in.
like have you used any of your old works that was
Mm,
maybe not something you liked initially in your new works recently, or you're not there yet? You haven't there's no need to dig through the archives because you still
Yeah.
are
We
getting
have-
inspired to produce new things.
yeah, we have gone back and I thought like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Why didn't we?
Finish that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always been a problem. Just to finish, to make it complete. But as we've worked together, it's been easier to finish
I see.
songs, and then you can go back and, oh, I see what this needs, and then
It
just-
works.
The
Just
graveyard
get it
isn't
done.
that big now as it was a couple of years ago.
yeah.
So when do you know when something clicks, when something works? Is it when both of you agree with it, or do you have like a wall that you bounce it like a third party, a fourth party?
If you feel both, like feel the song and the vibe, and that's the. And we play it for others as well, but if we feel it, that's the most important
I
part.
think that's the most like difficult thing to describe as well. Like
Yeah.
that you just you get a vibe, or like you get some sort of emotion that you like, or that kind of moves you in some sort of way, and if both of us feel that, then okay, maybe this is
Right.
we should like release it, or just
How important is the platforms we have today versus 10 years ago, 15 years ago? How important is that aspect in reaching not only fans but spreading also?
It's essential.
Yeah,
Yeah, because 10 years ago, maybe 10,
15 years
15
ago.
years ago, we didn't have Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all the streaming platforms, and now it's much. I think it's 70,000 songs every week.
Every week,
Yeah.
70,000 songs, new songs.
Yeah, on Spotify. So everyone can release music.
Right.
And for social media and branding promotion, you have Instagram and Facebook and all the social platforms. So it's much easier to reach people, but again, it's so much noise. So you have to break through the noise to potentially get fans.
So it's like a cost benefit, sort of like you have so many opportunities, but other people have as well. So
And
competition is high.
But it's much cheaper now than it was.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so much cheaper.
You can reach 10,000 people, 20,000 people. You can reach 1 million people.
For $10.
Yeah.
It's never been like this before.
Yeah.
It's never been this easy and this cheap to reach 1 million people.
And
Even the normal guy, a normal guy today he could put 10,000 crowns behind shouldn't.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
But he can put 10,000 crowns in theory behind one video post,
Yeah.
maximum the reach, and 1 million people will see it.
Mm.
If anything will come out of it, most likely not,
Mm.
unless it is, I don't know, a world record post or something.
Yeah.
But you can reach. So yeah, it is a very, very easy now to spread. But as you put it, everyone else also is doing it.
Yeah.
So competition's at all-time high.
And that's where like the business aspect comes in really hard. Like then all those other aspects you have to be or should be aware of and consider, because there's not one way of doing it, but everybody has like the same like possibilities. It's
then okay. How do you stay creative if you hit a dry spell or you've never hit a dry spell yet? Writer's block. Is there like music's block? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you get out of a block?
Just work through it.
Work through it.
Yeah.
So you feel okay. Your approach is push through it.
Yeah, push through it.
Same page, or you have a different approach?
Yeah, it's or either push through it, or I usually go for a run and just like I wanna out there, go outside.
Yeah,
cause
meet people, get inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, other.
You do anything besides running? Any other physical activity? You surf, you mountain climb. I don't know.
Play golf.
Play golf?
Yeah.
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 That's like a meditative kind of sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, golf is it is meditative.
Have you played it?
I have tried once. I have tried golf once. Just to hit the ball. Not actually played 18 holes. Or I don't know how many holes.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah. But I haven't actually played a full game. But I've tried to swing once. And
how did it go?
No,
Did you hit the ball?
I hit the ball.
Yeah.
But I was really scared that I would break the
club.
The club.
Yeah.
It's flexible.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was flexible. So when I held it, I was like, why is it moving?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But I definitely should play one day. It seems very therapeutic.
It is.
I did archery, or I do archery, and I'll be very honest, that has been the most therapeutic sport I have ever done.
Wow.
Like it is, you go into such a deep state of tranquility, like just removing the quill, shooting the bow. Even if you're missing, but just that action, there's something with controlling your breathing, aiming, focusing, and then releasing attention.
Yeah.
Repeating a movement, controlling your breathing, releasing attention. I used to do this also a lot during exam session when I was in medical school.
Yeah.
I had actually an archery set in my living room.
Wow.
Which is dangerous because you have stuff in your living room.
Yeah.
So you had to be really accurate with your shots. So I would stand in my bedroom and shoot through the entire hallway, the kitchen, and hit the target. I had like a thick,
hardcore.
Huge target in the living room.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go through the target. And I would
out the window.
But it was highly therapeutic, more than I thought something could be, and I come from a sports background, so I can really recommend archery, even if you're terrible at it, as a way of clearing your mind, releasing tension, because that's exactly what you do with the bow. You add tension and then you release tension. Golf, I feel it would be the same.
It's very therapeutic.
Yeah, and just be out in nature as well. It's like it's free. You are like, it's open. You know, it's
It's nature.
Yeah.
It's,
we sit so much inside.
You're
like,
right.
So just open up and
Do
yeah.
something outside. I took archery and I still bred it inside. It was stupid. You can't do golf inside. Yeah, you're right. Do it outside. No, absolutely. Nature is as I say, is the dwelling place of the spirit, of inspiration, and then the cities are, the dwelling place of the material. That's I completely agree with that. But before we wrap it up, like we have actually gone quite a while. I still have a lot to ask.
Yeah,
But I want
sure.
to see like what is there something that you want like the listeners to take away from this experience, to follow from the experience of following your journey? Is this something that you feel is a defining piece that we haven't covered, that you feel, okay, if you know Mentum, you got to know this?
There's lots of different. There's so much we want to like say,
Right.
but
if you're
I guess-
doing any creative things and want to just keep that your work with that the rest of your life, you have to find that it's the what is called the things that isn't that funny.
Okay.
Doing. You have to embrace that. You have to
Right.
embrace
The boring
the
stuff.
boring
yeah, I
stuff.
think many people fall there
Mm.
because I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But that's essential for getting
Yeah.
you where you
Yeah.
want to be. So you will not regret doing that.
Yeah.
Like
And find
most
other
of the time.
aspects of the thing you're doing. Like we create music, but we have to find ways to promote ourselves. Be interested in things that can promote your art and your work.
So basically spread your horizon.
Yeah, your horizon.
Even though you are specialized in one thing,
Yeah.
try to spread the horizon so
Mhm.
you have multiple streams of you could say content or attention in sense of recruiting fans, or service in terms
Yeah.
of giving something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just like you said, people are not. I don't know. People fall into the hole of okay, it's boring,
Yeah.
but they forget that the foundation. Even when you're building a building, right?
Yeah.
You have to first build the foundation,
Yeah.
and the foundation is you want to build up. You want to build a building that goes upward,
Mm.
but we go down first.
Yeah.
We go down into the dirt first to build the foundation before we go up.
Yeah.
And it's like that with building anything. You will enter the boring stuff. Foundation isn't fun.
Yeah.
Just pouring cement, first digging a hole and then
Yeah.
pouring cement. It's not fun. Everyone wants to get to the building itself.
Yeah.
What's above the ground, the design, the paint.
Mm.
So I really like that example of, you have to get used to doing the boring.
Mm.
And, if,
then,
and all that,
Embrace it.
embrace it.
Yeah.
And if you find it like so meaningful to you, like set it first. Like set it first, cause
That's a priority, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
like set it first. Like it's like you don't have to like go out all the time with people. Like it's okay.
Mm.
Because
It's
Yeah.
okay.
'Cause
Stay
es-
home.
essentially,
Yeah.
essentially, you're gonna get your expressions heard if you just keep at it. Like set it first, cause and
All
those-
the temptations.
yeah,
Yeah.
the world is testing you like all the
Yeah,
time.
the universe is testing you.
Yeah, like it
We're talking about
feels
it
like that.
like,
It's like-
yesterday.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't recall how we started talking about it, but
yeah,
the weekend.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
for instance, like
The
don't-
Weeknd, the artist, or the Weeknd?
No, the
Okay.
weekend. Because this weekend we'll just be in the studio working with new
I
songs,
see.
right? But
I see.
so many of our friends, they're
Right.
going out, and
Right.
we want to be social as well.
yeah,
But it's more important to build yourself and your art and get it out.
Awesome, man. As they say, if it matters in 5 years, prioritize it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter in 5 years, don't do it.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
The Weeknd doesn't matter in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad you guys could make it, and I wish we had more
Awesome.
time.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Tim and
Thank you,
Finn,
thank you.
you guys for showing up. October 16th,
Yeah.
The Thief.
Mm-hmm.
The doors open at 5.
Yeah.
6:30, you guys start jamming.
Yeah. And one
Awesome.
thing, like for those of you listening, reach out to us, because if you're creatives, we wanna like see what you're doing. We wanna like work. We wanna work. We wanna like
cooperate, work,
Yeah.
talk. That's
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Reach out.
Musicians helping musicians.
Yeah. We're open minded. Like
Awesome.
Mhm.
always be open minded.
Mentum, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.